Hi again, Earth brothers and sisters. It's been a long time. 4 months without social media, essentially. Only sporadic updates here and there. Definitely was very needed. I will make a separate video about that on my Instagram. And I'm also going to be sharing, parts of my journey and all the things I've experienced, all the lessons, all the blessings, all the beautiful souls I met, all of that I will share with you guys when the time is right. For now, today, the special occasion which marks my return is the super important, major, life-changing, decade decade shaping event that's going to be happening on the 21st of December this year, just before Christmas, which is this Jupiter Saturn conjunction. You guys might have actually heard about this. It's super popular all over social media, especially if you're somewhat of a follower of spiritual news and updates. This is a huge event. These planets only come together every 20 years. So a conjunction in astrology is when two planets which orbit the Earth, like the sun does, from our perspective at least. You know how the sun rises from the east and sets in the west? So does the planets. So do the planets. So we have Jupiter and Saturn, which also move along that sun's path. And now they're very, as of this moment, they're already technically in conjunction. They're very close to each other in the night sky. So if you would look up tonight at the night sky right after sunset, this is important, guys. The next 2 weeks of the year, basically the rest of the year, we're going to be able to see this conjunction right after sunset. So if you want to not just, get the information, but also feel the power of it and observe its sheer magnificence, that this is something you only get to experience every 20 years, visible, because sometimes it's not even visible to us, this is a good time. So with that being said, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the astrology for what this means today. So this year, right? Okay, let's start with that. Even for the most spiritually strong, I would say, or people with a lot of faith and hope and just trying to be the best positive selves as they can. Even these people, everyone, every single person on earth, every single being has felt the impact of this year. This started with which like something that has been being talked about for thousands of years already, an extremely rare alignment, super powerful, of 5 planets, all basically on the same spot. Can you imagine that? 5 planets from our perspective, all basically on the same spot, stacked on top of each other. That's power coming in. And with Saturn and Pluto has been another big player this year, being the 2 planets that rule that conjunction, which only happens every 30 years, by the way, Pluto-Saturn conjunction. So we not only have a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction coming up this year, but we had a Saturn-Pluto conjunction at the start of the year, which is major. So Saturn is our form. It gives us form. Our body, our muscles, our bones, everything that keeps us grounded and being able to exert physical energy into action and discipline. The things we need to get things done, to manifest. Jupiter, let's go to Pluto first. I'll come back to Saturn and Jupiter. Pluto is a planet of transformation. What does transformation encompass for us, right? If you want to transform something, first you have to change it. How do you change something? You break it apart. Like if something's whole and like firm, you can't change it. So what we've been seeing in society with Saturn and Jupiter conjunction with so much extra power from the Sun, Mercury, Ceres, like there were all these planets in the same spot, means that we're seeing in every sense of the word, no matter in which area of your life it is and also around us, the old system collapsing. Because Saturn, form, our structure, the things that keep us grounded, our buildings, our governments, our economies, everything that has a form, a structure to guide humanity. Pluto, the destroyer, the transformer, is setting it aflame. It's disintegrating. And it's starting to rain. And now, speaking of the rain, with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, Jupiter, the other planet of manifestation, which is hope, vision, expansion, see all that's possible. See all that's possible. You can do so much. You have so many choices. If money wasn't a factor, if this wasn't a factor, if you were just free, what would be your vision? That's Jupiter. He wants to bless us. He wants to give us everything that we need to succeed. So when these two planets come together on the 21st of December, at the solstice, which is a very, very important event as well, look into that as well, the solstice, this is massive energy coming in to learn, observe from the past year, Saturn, learn, heart-challenging lessons, pain, suffering, like fear, so much fear this year, fear of death, fear of disease, all these things that are actually a normal and fundamental part of existence, right? Because life means death, health means disease. Without these polar opposites, the concept wouldn't exist. But still, we've been conditioned to fear death, to fear sickness. These things that are so normal to us, we're fearing them. And that fear is wreaking havoc on our systems, on our body. And with Jupiter and Saturn, it's time to cleanse. It's time to observe with compassion and honesty all that has happened this year. Be kind with yourself. Treat yourself like you would a child. Because this year wasn't easy by any means, but it is highly transformative. There is so much power in this year. Like, if you honestly look at everything this year that has happened, where have I co-created these situations? Where were my responses? Not what they could have been, what they are going to be in the future. Where was I still vulnerable? Where was I ungrounded? Where was I stuck in addictions, in escapism, avoiding problems, trying to keep everything together, but it's falling apart, and it will be just so much easier to let it go, cleanse, let it go, wash it, let it wash over you. That's what the next year is gonna be about, with this conjunction making the start. The next 20 decades, guys. The next 20 years, the next 2 decades, this conjunction is all about just seeing what a mess things are in your life, being okay with that, being like, okay, well, that's the way it fucking is. Like, I could pray, take drugs, sleep all day, whatever, play video games in my case, but the problem is gonna stay. So just bam, look it in the face and be like, I'm gonna fix you. And this is baby steps. Planets of manifestation, Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter, vision first. What do we want to change? Can we look clearly at ourselves now as we are vulnerable, wounded, but also with a will to change, with a desire, even if it's damped down by heaviness that now we're going to let go of? The desire, that's what we need to nourish, that desire. This conjunction is positively aspected to Venus and Mars. Venus is our heart, what we feel, what we desire, like just feeling free and good, and fight with Mars, our physical energy, our vitality, the fire within us. Venus and Mars are both our passionate planets. Like they just want to make us feel good and strong and like be able to achieve and overcome everything. So that's the type of energy that we're asking to manifest in our lives right now. And it starts, Jupiter and Saturn, they're in the arrow point of Sagittarius, the constellation of Sagittarius right now, going into the horn of Capricorn. It's from not just visualizing it, first visualizing, having a very clear vision, free of any worries and doubts, but then starting to take notes and steps to materialize your desires. So what baby steps can I take to maybe let go of this fear I have? Should I maybe see a psychologist? Should I take some online classes? Is this my body right now? Is it at its full capacity? Is it even at its half capacity? Where is it at? How can I boost my body so that I can do more in this reality? We need a healthy, that's Saturn again, we need a healthy structure. Restructuring. This is like wiping the slate clean and building from scratch. Who do we want to be? What do we want to do? What makes us feel good? Not think, don't think. I mean, you can think. Thinking is beautiful. Our mind is beautiful, but it is very susceptible to infiltrative thoughts from other people, from the news. One thing, guys, don't watch the news, please. Like, don't watch the fear news. You already know what's going on. The world is crumbling. Like, stuff is shifting dramatically. Don't watch it. It's not healthy. Like, I'm not gonna go into it, but take my word for it. Focus instead on things that give you life. We want to do away with that fear and death story. We've seen it, we've faced it, it's terrifying. But we can respond differently. We have the power to respond differently to these things. Only that responsibility, Saturn, responsibility, commitment is with ourselves. Our health, how are we feeling? Are we really connecting to our feelings? Like, are we still pushing even though we're fucking tired? Or are we, like still sleeping all day even though we feel like we want to get up and just fix the damn thing, Like, what is stopping us from taking that step, the baby steps? That's the next step. So first, visualize, write it down. Something I recommend you guys, please make a vision board for the next coming days. The closer we get to this conjunction, the more powerful it's going to be, and it's going to last for the rest of the year. So do your New Year's resolution and your resolution for the next 2 decades now. This is the time, not after New Year, not before it, just start now. Start visualizing, Jupiter's vision. It's like fish, it wants to see the beauty, the abundance, the magic. Put pictures, like take a cardboard and just put like text, motivational, inspirational text of who you want to be, things that inspire you, visions of your dream home, visions of your dream country, visions of everything you want to create. Like, put some art pieces in there of yourself, put some energy of yourself in there, put old pictures of when you were a child, because the child, guys, this is about being more playful with ourselves also, right? We're creators, we can create things, we have choices, we have free will. We can be childlike in that. We can choose what we like. We can choose what makes us feel excited and alive. Put the life back into this decade. I know this has been a fucking tough year, but it's time to put the life back. And it start with small things. Your diet, your health. Make it fun. Make it like playful, like test if you're into cooking, try new recipes that are healthy, that make you feel alive and empowered, that look vibrant. Connect with the recipes, connect with the ingredients. Connection, guys. Connection to all the beauty we have around us and all that is well, because there is a lot that's well, that's healthy, that's abundant, and it's about you making the choices to align with that. And with that alignment, your manifestation becomes easier because you're filled with that energy of abundance and health and vitality. Start with your body if it's not feeling good. That's what I'm doing next year. I've realized, I was always living here. Very good, because I needed to learn a lot and, share wisdom, obviously. So I needed to be here. But now, I've done this work for now. It's time to integrate that into this, all of this. Am I strong enough to get up every day and be like, bam, bam? Or do I need more strength? Yes, I do. I want strong muscles. You know, I don't want to just look big. I want to feel strong and vital. Like just like being able to take on any challenge and work for my dreams, build it up. And it starts with health, with your body, because your feelings, guys, create your reality. If you don't feel good and you sit with that feeling all day, the way your day is gonna be is not great. We have to work, we have to listen to our feelings because they always have a message for us. Venus, Saturn, Jupiter. What is the truth in the feeling? What truth can I gain from this feeling to help me understand what's going on within my organism? Am I feeling sad? That means there's something inside of me, whether it's my subconscious or maybe even physical, that's hurting, that's blocked, that's making me feel sad, that I haven't dealt with. This is the time, 2021, guys. It's clean up time. It's laying the groundwork. Literally putting the pavement, the cementing the foundation. We've scraped it all off. There's a shit ton that was exposed this year that we need to let go of. Now it's time to lay new foundations. And always from the heart, guys, not with your mind, from the heart. What do you want? What makes you feel like alive again, Without the fear, without the constant thinking about sickness or getting sick or dying or whatever. And just fuck the fear of dying and start living. Because are you living in that fear of death? Are you really, really, really living to your fullest potential? If not, why are you settling for that? Good question. If you have problems with, perceiving something bigger than where you are right now, this is an area you need to start with. Just observe where you are, see what's blocking you from creating that vision that you have, that you want, that you ideally want. If you don't know what that vision is, watch movies, watch things that inspire you and get inspired. But it's time to start taking steps to unblock ourselves so that we can flower. This is the year to do it. To flower, to live, to enjoy, to breathe, connect to your breath, guys. Like every single day, take a few deep breaths. You guys would join me right now. Take so much tension out of your body. Grounding Saturn into the present, into our form. Feeling our heartbeat. Knowing we're alive and safe. Super important, guys, to do these type of exercises. It's hard work, it's Saturn, it's not easy, but it's worth it, guys. And make it fun. Challenge yourself to change your thoughts. Like, this is not to feel like I can do this. I'm gonna do this. Commit. Set your vision board intentions. Make your vision board. Play with fire. Fire is the element of creation. And you got this. Thank you. And please do watch the sky for the next of the year. After sunset, right above where the sun sets, you will see Jupiter, planet of abundance, wisdom, vision, expansion, growing, opening, fire, vision, and Saturn, planet of structure, discipline, commitment, form, patience, discipline. Again, very important. Patience, time, but also effort. Time and effort make the vision from Jupiter into the reality through Saturn. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.